all love stories with happy endings. Thanks to the DoveLewis Stray, Animal, and Wildlife Program, we can tell you 2 such stories. The stories of 2 dogs, Stevie and Lola. Lola's human companion, Jennifer, was out of town when Lola got away from a friend who was looking after her. The next day, Libby was walking her dog when she heard something stirring in a nearby bush. Lola was not in good shape. She had been hit by a car.
I had called a vet who was nearby and was told, well, unless I was prepared to assume the expenses, not to bring her. And I thought, well, heck, I don't know what I'm getting in for. So I called DoveLewis and was told, bring her. It was just such a relief.
Lola came in as a stray. She had been found by a Good Samaritan who found her actually sort of cowering in some bushes. The Good Samaritan brought her into us because we do take in injured strays that the community will find, or from the county as well.
I got a phone call from DoveLewis. They had a dog that they thought looked like Lola. And so I immediately drove down here and was very happy that it was her. And I just completely lost it. I don't think I've ever cried that hard in front of strangers before.
None the worse for wear after everything.
DoveLewis was able to match Lola with her human companion thanks to the comprehensive database kept by the hospital. Lola received a new lease on life because the DoveLewis Stray, Animal, and Wildlife Program exists, saving hundreds of injured strays, lost pets, and hurt wild animals for the last 4 decades. Before Lola brought them together, Jennifer and Libby had never met.
She was so under these bushes. I mean, she was in the corner and just a little bit of black fur showed out here.
I was immeasurably grateful for the fact that they had started giving her preliminary care when they admitted her. They didn't know that she was going to have someone who could show up and pay for the care, but they gave her pain medication, which she obviously needed, and they started cleaning her wounds, and they fed her. She was starving and dirty, and they started giving her care without any expectation of payment.
I was very, very impressed. It's a wonderful place.
For Stevie the dog, there was no owner waiting for him to be returned. He was one of the uncounted thousands of homeless dogs and cats in the Portland area that are picked up every year.
Stevie came in, he was brought in at night by the county, and he came in and he was in pretty rough condition. Probably his biggest problem was actually his eyes, and he was pretty much completely blind when he came in.
We're primarily responsible for the lost, stray, injured, abused animals in Multnomah County. We have limited abilities and a limited facility when it comes to especially emergency care. And that's why, you know, we've had a 40-year relationship with DoveLewis.
When I brought him home, he was the saddest dog on the planet. He was not very willing to be with people. He has blossomed. When he comes up to you the first time, it was like another petal bloomed. This little dog he's found joy.
Hi, Stevie. Wow. Stevie, look how good he's looking. He's looking amazing.
You know, people can bring injured or sick strays here, and we can kind of start the treatment process and either try to find their families if they're just lost, or if they have no home, we can, you know, get them fixed up and have them kind of partnered up with the county and get them to county for further treatment and hopefully finding a kind of a forever home with them.
Having the relationship with DoveLewis over all these years has enabled us as a community to save more lives of dogs and cats.
Knowing that you've done your part in taking a dog from this point to this point and then setting them out in a new life, it doesn't get better than that.
Happy endings like Lola's and Stevie's are made possible thanks to donors like you who support DoveLewis.